I'm Preeti Choudhry. A decision would be made hopefully today, which will have a bearing on what happens in Karnataka in Lok Sabha elections 2024. There are two contenders, one crown. Will it be Siddaramaiah or DK Shivakumar? That's our top focus. I'm Preeti Choudhry. These are the headlines. CM Karnataka gets bigger. Siddaramaiah in front runner to be chief minister. Adamant on finance portfolio. Power sharing formula rejected by both. Lingayat issue 2024 warning to Congress. Lingayats write letter to Kharge, seek chief ministerial post. Lingayats want key cabinet berths for community. Open war between Pilot and Gehlot camps. Gehlot government books Pilot camp MLA for land fraud. Pilot camp MLA accuses Chief Minister Gehlot of conspiracy. Court allows archaeological survey of entire Gyanvapi complex. Hearing will be held on the 22nd of May. Big development in the wrestlers versus Brij Bhushan case. Police has recorded statements of 6 alleged victims, including one minor. WFI boss also submits key documents. Imran Khan gets bail till the 8th of June in case of statements against institutions. Hearing in more cases in Lahore High Court today. PTI leader Fawad Chaudhry under scanner runs into court to evade arrest. What a day it's been for Delhi politics, which of course stems from Karnataka. Meeting after meeting. We're going to now get you the inside details of Mallikarjun Kharge, the Congress president, and DK Shivakumar. Now, all of this coming in from the DK Shivakumar sources suggesting that nothing communicated by Kharge. DK's opinion taken. That's it. That was what the meeting was about. DK Shivakumar went to meet the party president, Mallikarjun Kharge, and allegedly not much transpired in that meeting. His opinion was sought by Mallikarjun Kharge. DK gave what he had to say in terms of his defense of wanting to be chief minister. On the other hand, nothing was communicated to him. Cutting across to my colleague Nagarjun, who's joining us from the national capital as the theatrics from Karnataka now playing out in the north Delhi. And Nagarjun joining us live with the latest coming in from Kharge's residence, the Congress party president's residence. Naga, get us up to speed on all the developments that took place. DK Shivakumar met Mallikarjun Kharge. What happened?
Well, initially what we were picking up is that the decision would be put out tonight by the High Command after taking their opinions, but it might be delayed is what we are told. This DK meeting lasted for 20-25 minutes and his opinion was taken is what we are told with Kharge. Kharge it was, didn't mention anything, no such decision that we are making Siddaramaiah the CM, we are making Parameshwar the CM. No such decision was communicated to Mr. Shivakumar. I just spoke to his associates from his camp. They're hopeful that still things can turn around in his favor as well. Saying that not communicating itself is a big communication. If they had made a decision, by now they would have told Mr. Shivakumar is what the camp is feeling. So there is still scope for him to become the CM, is what his camp is saying. They're still positive, at least for the pact of 2.5. He's left
Naga, what
this
are your
place,
sources telling you in terms of the DK Shivakumar camp? Nothing communicated in terms of that Siddaramaiah is going to be chief minister. But having said that, no communication, good communication is what possibly the DK Shivakumar is looking at. But any talks of DK Shivakumar outrightly rejecting a possible power sharing measure?
Well, both the leaders and both the camps are saying, why should we even share even one day with each other? If the High Command chooses Siddaramaiah, he continues. If we get chosen, Mr. Shivakumar, as he says, if I get chosen, I sit there for 5 years. There's no reason why we should share it for 2.5. I've put in my blood and sweat is what Shivakumar says. When you speak to Mr. Siddaramaiah, he says this 43% of vote share is because of me. I am the mass leader, I am the pan-Karnataka leader. Every community across Karnataka has voted for me. He might be an organizational man, but I am the administration. I am the one who can get you votes in 2024. So both have their positives and negatives. High Command right now is taking their, if one can call in corporate culture, the CVs and what is the demand from the company. Mr. Shivakumar has told them that he clearly wants to be the CM choice because, one, there was a promise, as he claims that Sonia Gandhi had made a promise to him that you bring back Congress in Karnataka, I will give you whatever you want back then before, when he went to the Tihar prison. Siddaramaiah is saying that you have seen my track record. I have given you the double budget from 2013 to 2018. The finances were good. Our freebie scheme, our welfare schemes were quite a hit in Karnataka. So you have nothing to lose if you make me the CM. 2024 is all gains if you make me the CM. Now also, as we speak, Siddaramaiah is giving his opinion as what he needs from the party. Together, Mr. Kharge will consult the Gandhi family, maybe here and there a few CWC leaders if at all needed, but the final decision is likely to come out tomorrow.
Well, big on optics, what has transpired over the last 6 hours. Naga, continue to stay on with us. DK Shivakumar met Mr. Kharge right after that. Now, Mr. Kharge, the party president, speaking with Siddaramaiah as well. Want to quickly pull in Rahul Srivastava, National Affairs Editor, as well as Milan Sharma, who's joining us outside Mr. Kharge's residence as well. But Rahul, coming to you, you know, winning an election with an astounding margin as what the Congress has is one thing, but keeping that momentum going is the other. The Congress party needs to make a decision, and it needs to make a decision quick and fast, especially keeping in mind the permutations, combinations which might impact Lok Sabha elections in the state. 28 seats in Karnataka. Last time around, the BJP had won 25.
Preeti, if you look at the picture right now, the kind of activities which are going on in the Congress camp, things may look bad, but I think they are not as bad as they're looking. That's my assessment. I think there is a bit of arm twisting and bargaining going on. I think DK Shivakumar knows that he is not an outright favorite as far as the MLAs are concerned. That's one very strong element, that he's not the most popular man. In fact, on the day of the legislature party meeting, there was even an idea floated that there should be a secret ballot. And Mallikarjun Kharge, as Congress president, in fact, was all for it. But that didn't happen. Eventually, what the reports which are coming from Karnataka is that Siddaramaiah eventually polled something between 105 to 108 out of the 135. That's the strength of Siddaramaiah. Second, if there has been the Ahinda vote, the left of the SC vote in terms of the Marigas and others, the Kurubas, the Vokaligas, the Muslims, all coming together, there is also a Siddaramaiah factor. You see, what were the certainties as far as the Karnataka, guarantees as far as the Karnataka election for the Congress is concerned? The Kuruba vote. The Vokaligas were not always, may not be in future always with the Congress party. The Muslims and the Kurubas were one sure thing. The Kurubas don't have any problem with Vokaligas or the Lingayats. Perhaps that chemistry worked, and that's where Siddaramaiah stands very strong. I think what is happening is that Mr. DK Shivakumar has twin elements in his mind. One, he wants something sizable for his supporters and those who have voted for the back Siddaramaiah. So he wants something very chunky. And that could well be a deputy chief minister, hefty portfolios, and also retaining the president of the Karnataka Congress, President Jim. Why I say that? Because elections for Lok Sabha are going to be held, and I think Mr. DK Shivakumar wants to control the ticket distribution as a president of the
stay with
Congress
us,
party.
Rahul. I want to quickly bring Naga back into this conversation. Naga, how much of what we are witnessing from the DK Shivakumar camp is mere posturing? Somewhere down the level, has DK Shivakumar made his peace with possibly being deputy CM, continuing to be the party president in the state, and also get some key plum portfolios?
Knowing DK Shivakumar, I don't think he would settle even in the last moment. He thinks even a minute and a second remaining, he would try all his options to make sure that he sits in the chair. I don't think he would come to peace with it as this soon, that the moment Mr. Kharge would have given the message, he would not be quiet. At least the message would have come out to the media by now. He has all his options up his sleeve, that either consult the MLAs from his camp, put them in a resort in Bangalore, consult them as to what is the next course of action. Do we negotiate for more portfolios from our campaign, or do we ask for nothing less than 2.5 years or 3 years? These till the on-paper announcement comes, on official announcement comes, Mr. Shivakumar is all likely to flex his muscle and arm twist the High Command. The same with Mr. Siddaramaiah as well. Both these leaders are regional satraps, so that's the reason why the High Command also is going slow on them and also taking it as slow as possible, because they are also looking at 2024 polls. They are equally popular in their own areas. Mr. Siddaramaiah and Shivakumar are the vote getters, are the ones who have mass appeal. That's the reason High Command also is towing the line very carefully. Don't want to upset any of these, don't want to lose any of these, and don't want...
Naga, going into
the third option is
2024,
one of the leaders might just sit back and say, I have nothing.
Naga, for someone who knows the political map of Karnataka by the back of his hand, going into 2024, what would be an astute decision by the Congress, Siddaramaiah or DK Shivakumar?
Well, that's $1 million question and catch-22 situation for the High Command also. But knowing High Command and knowing Siddaramaiah camp, I think they are all in all likely to choose Mr. Siddaramaiah, even if it's a pact in the first 2.5 or 2 years, considering it's 2024. It's him who has got the votes across Karnataka, especially the Lingayat community are okay with OBC becoming the CM. It's always the legacy factor, the caste factor that comes into play favors Mr. Siddaramaiah because he's from the OBC Ahinda community. And that's where I think he might have a slight edge considering 2024 in mind.
Well, and, you know, the Congress wouldn't want to fetter away all the gains that they have made in the last 2 years of putting this Ahinda coalition together. But stay with me, Naga. I want to bring in as well. My colleague Milan is in front of DK Suresh's residence. That is the brother of DK Shivakumar. That's where lies the DK Shivakumar camp. Coming to you, Milan. But, you know, I want to quickly pull in Rahul Srivastava back into this conversation. Rahul, the fact, if you look at it, you know, well, political history stands testimony, and the sheer fact that the one who should be the chief minister is the one who has, you know, who's been a political war horse, maximum number of battle wounds, and, you know, strategists, yes, should be awarded, but rewarded as CM. Would you reckon that would be a good choice by the Congress?
Preeti, politics usually does not.
All right, we seem to have lost Rahul Srivastava. We're going to try and get across to him, but Milan Sharma joins us from DK Suresh's residence. Milan, what is filtering out from the DK Shivakumar camp?
Well, Preeti, we've been talking to a lot of people from the DK Shivakumar camp. The first contention here is that even if Siddaramaiah is saying that he has about 90 MLAs or so support with him, they are categorically denying that kind of statement that has been coming forward. But as Nagarjun also mentioned, and because we've been speaking to his camp since morning, his own brother DK Suresh has been saying DK Shivakumar will not settle for anything less than being in the CM's chair at the moment. And we know that he left Mallikarjun Kharge's residence at 10 Rajaji Marg about 45 minutes ago, and he's still not arrived back in his residence. Obviously, while he's in Delhi, he's also meeting the other senior Congress leaders. And what we've been told by the sources is also that a decision has not been taken yet, but perhaps the wait is for Mrs. Sonia Gandhi as well to be part of this decision, because DK Shivakumar has earlier said that he is waiting for a word from Mrs. Gandhi, and that word is also very important, which is why now we are hearing that the decision, if at all will be made tomorrow, will also be announced in Bengaluru itself and not in Delhi.
Coming right back.
That
is
stay on with us,
contention, Rajdeep Sardesai, consulting editor, joining us with some news break coming in. An announcement decision, Rajdeep, likely tomorrow now. I believe another round of meetings between key stakeholders tomorrow morning. What are you picking up from your sources?
That's right, Preeti. There will be another round of meetings tomorrow. There will also be, we are told, a FaceTime conversation that the Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge is expected to have with Sonia Gandhi either later tonight or tomorrow. Mr. DK Shivakumar is going to be in Delhi tonight as well, as will Mr. Siddaramaiah. So a decision that could have happened today has certainly been pushed at the very earliest to tomorrow. Mr. DK Shivakumar, we are told in that meeting with Mallikarjun Kharge, made it very clear that he was not willing to back down on his claim to be the next Chief Minister of Karnataka. Meanwhile, remember, there are several ministerial aspirants who are also in the national capital, the likes of Mr. KJ George, Mr. Muniappa, Mr. R.V. Deshpande, all senior Congress leaders, because there's not just a battle for Kaun Banega Mukhyamantri, but also Kaun Banega Mantri. And because Mr. Kharge is someone who's been deeply involved in Karnataka politics, therefore a number of them are seeking an audience with the Congress president to make their claim. So the Congress, which has come to power after several years in a big state, is now wrestling with the challenges that you face in ministerial formation. The one difference in a way with the BJP High Command is that because of the power and clout that Mr. Modi wields, these decisions can be pushed through. Here, you've got Congress leaders now jockeying for position, jockeying for power, and Mr. DK Shivakumar, from all indications, unwilling to relent unless he is given some kind of an assurance of some kind of a transfer of power at the very earliest. So we don't know how this will play out in the next 24 hours. Siddaramaiah remains the front runner from all indications, but Mr. DK Shivakumar has not given up his fight for that post.
Rajdeep, with what you've been speaking to the DK Shivakumar sources, what are you getting in? Will this go down tamely if Siddaramaiah is picked over DK Shivakumar, or we're actually going to see some kind of resort politics?
No, I don't think you will see resort politics, Preeti. What you will see, though, is Mr. DK Shivakumar making sure that if at all he agrees to Mr. Siddaramaiah as Chief Minister, he is the sole Deputy Chief Minister and he gets important portfolios as well. Power, irrigation, revenue, PWD, even home have been spoken about as some of those portfolios that Mr. Shivakumar is eyeing. So how is that going to be resolved? Will that mean a weakened Chief Minister if his deputy has far more important portfolios? All of that requires some element of crisis management. The problem the Congress has is really, except for Mr. Kharge, there are very few who can bring these two sides together. And remember, Mr. Kharge himself, ironically, was passed over for Mr. Siddaramaiah in 2013 when there was a chief ministerial battle in Karnataka.
Right.
In 2008, Mr. Siddaramaiah took over as leader of the opposition from Mr. Kharge. So there's a bit of a past there. Mr. KC Venugopal, whose General Secretary organization is not fully trusted by the DK Shivakumar camp, who believe that he's backing Mr. Siddaramaiah for the top job. So they are that's why looking to Sonia Gandhi, because apparently, according to DK Shivakumar, or sources close to him, Sonia Gandhi had assured him when he was made KPCC president that if you win Karnataka, we will make you chief minister one day. You have been the loyalist who stood with us through thick and thin, and they are contrasting that with Mr. Siddaramaiah, who, remember, came to the party in 2006 from the Janata Dal Secular. So there are conflicting claims and counter claims, and this isn't ending in a hurry.
Well, you know, that's a script that the Congress is quite attuned to, at least in 3 other states, be it Punjab, Rajasthan or Chhattisgarh. Rajdeep will have you in the studio soon, but I want to cut across to Maushmi, my colleague covering the Congress, getting us the very latest on what really is going on where the proverbial high command is concerned. Maushmi, no decision today likely. It's going to happen tomorrow, another round of talks. Take us through on those who matter. Where do each member of the high command, the president, stand?
Preeti, I'm just getting you the latest update that I have from one of the top sources in the Congress before I answer that question. We've learned from our sources that there was a meeting earlier in the day where Rahul Gandhi also met Mallikarjun Kharge, and this was the time when Rahul Gandhi met Kharge first after the results were announced. That was the first time he was meeting, and in that meeting, of course, there was KC Venugopal, Randeep Singh Surjewala and Mallikarjun Kharge, and the report of the observers was being deliberated upon, and Rahul Gandhi conveyed to Mallikarjun Kharge that he didn't need to ask him or Sonia Gandhi what needs to be done, because this is his home state. He knows the politics of Karnataka better than anybody, and he should make that call. But the only thing he said that I would want is that the SCs, the STs, the minorities, the poor, the women, the youth,
they got Congress the mandate, and when the government is formed, that should actually personify in the government that is formed, in the selection of the cabinet, in the selection of the chief minister. And also importantly, he said that you know, the 5 guarantees that we've promised. The other thing I would want is that whatever you have promised to the people of Karnataka, that promise should be fulfilled. So this is what he conveyed to Mallikarjun Kharge. He even went on to the extent of saying that he didn't want to see what the observers had to say, or what the report said, or how many MLAs had voted for which leader. He said that you know the leaders, you know the party, you know the politics of that state, and it is your call. We will go by your decision.
Right.
So this is a big news, you know, that Rahul Gandhi entrusting and actually saying that we'll abide by whatever you decide and take your time. And Kharge also agreed that there is no tearing hurry. This could actually draw into 2-3 days more. We are also told, Preeti, the other big breaking is that he would be consulting more MLAs. Many MLAs are pouring into Delhi, so there is no conveying of decision to Siddaramaiah by Mr. Kharge. There will be a series of meetings in the next 2 days as well, and then a final call be taken.
You know, Maushmi, stay on with us. I'm going to slip into a quick break and going to be back very soon. Interesting. You know, because I also want to, you know, go back. 2013. Who today is the Congress president, Mallikarjun Kharge, lost out to Siddaramaiah for the chief minister's chair when it came down to 2013. A bit of trivia there, but we're going to continue to get our viewers the latest. Do stay with us. At least no decision today. Will it happen tomorrow? Maushmi just said in the next 2-3 days. But that would be contradictory to the announcement that was made post the CLP that the new chief minister would take oath on the 18th, which was the day after. Trust us to get you the latest, the front row seats to this political thriller. Karnataka continues to keep giving. A quick break. Stay with us.
With days getting longer and warmer, it's time that we pay attention to summer trends of 2023. From colors to fabrics, from transparent clothing to summer boots. Girl, we have got you covered.
While neon green and hot pink dominated 2022, it was this year's summer when neon bloomed. From bodycon dresses to oversized blazers, the color was everywhere. From Valentino to Versace, these colors were conspicuous. Bright hues from the 80s are making a huge comeback. We saw a lot of silver on the runway this year. Less obvious than gold, perfect for an evening or for a low-key luxurious affair. Viva Magenta is another color to look out for this summer.
2023 is Viva Magenta. And in general, I think more colours based around purple, so lilac, lavender, etc.
What I see right now is there are a lot of vibrant colours, there are a lot of blur patterns and a lot of exciting prints which is more artistic. I recently saw a really very nice collection in purple, so I think I'm in love with that.
2022 was the year of oversized structural ensembles, while 2023 is the exact opposite. It is the body-tight lace lingerie dresses that are grabbing attention, transparent or sheer clothing to silhouettes with multiple cuts. It's the summer of experiments.
For the summer, are really based around stylish but relaxed. So the relaxation element is crucial. We are also seeing trends for cut-out dresses, thigh-high splits, and metallic materials and fringes. So that's what we're seeing.
The other trend, which as you can see I really love, is the corsets. So I have this beautiful corset dress, but you can equally go for a corset top with a pair of denims for a day look. For a night look, go for a corset dress. They really add a touch of oomph to your outfit. They hold you tight, make you look sleek, dressy, and it's a fun take on dressing up.
In case you haven't noticed, pearls from 90s are making a comeback. Cowboy boots over the shirt corsets and body chains are trendy.
And while you can never go wrong with the sundress, I hope we have got you ample of outfit ideas and styling tips to combat the hottest of heat waves this summer.
It's bright outside and summers have kicked in. Take a pause. But wait. Do you feel tired mid-afternoon? Does your mouth feel dry? Are you witnessing one of those frequent headaches? Dehydration is a typical summer illness caused by hot and humid weather. It occurs when there's a mismatch and the amount of water leaving the body is higher than the amount being taken in. But what do experts say about the symptoms of dehydration?
The early symptoms are lightheadedness, mild headache, extreme thirst. You feel your tongue is dry, your cheeks are parched, and if you notice carefully, your skin will be more elastic. It can be pulled off your palm without any problem.
In addition to that, even the color of the urine can help us determine if they're dehydrated or not.
As your body loses water, the body tends to conserve water, and therefore the kidneys will produce less urine. The lesser the amount of urine, the darker the color of urine. So more yellow urine, in fact urine resembling mustard oil, is reported in people who are severely dehydrated. So they pass less and very deep yellow urine.
The ideal way to avoid dehydration is to drink fluids before getting thirsty. Thirst is usually a late sign of dehydration and should not be waited for. For people planning for heavy physical activity, outdoors should drink a minimum of 1.5 liters of water 2 hours before the activity. After the activity, they should again consume enough fluids, as your body is using fluids to keep itself cool after a worked-up session. So how can one prevent it?
The way to prevent dehydration is to quickly take a lot of fluids. So first is to recognize that there is dehydration, then quickly take fluids. So what are the safe fluids that you can take? The best is, of course, if you have access to the oral rehydration solution, which is a solution of electrolytes, sugar, salt, and this powder can be mixed in water and consumed, and this gives you good rehydration.
By Voltas Pure Air 6-stage adjustable AC. Co-powered by American Tourister, born to cross boundaries. Co-powered by The World Comes Together at Sharda University. Blue Star Fast Cooling AC.
To Two contenders, one crown. Who will it be? Siddaramaiah or DK Shivakumar? Both in the national capital presenting their case to the High Command and the President of the National Congress Party, Mr. Kharge. Well, the latest news that is coming in right now. Decision now likely to be delayed for a few more days. Definitely no decision today, and it seems not even tomorrow. It's going to continue for the next couple of days. The Congress is likely to wait it out. Kharge would be meeting leaders from Karnataka. There are many MLAs in the party that he will be meeting. He will be discussing and then taking their opinion before arriving at a decision. I want to cut across to Maushmi, who's breaking this news on India Today. Maushmi, if the decision is going to come in the next couple of days, it's going to go against what was decided at the CLP meeting, that 18th is when the Karnataka Chief Minister will take oath.
So there is a sense in the Congress leadership that that the party should not take a decision in a hurried fashion. They do believe that there are many stakeholders, many people, not only the MLAs, there are leaders and workers who've toiled very hard. And even if the MLAs want to come and give their opinion, they should come and speak to the Congress president. And that's why that's the reason why, Preeti, there has been a shift in stand perhaps from that 18th May probability of swearing in ceremony, because they say they want to give a formidable government, a government that delivers on its promises, and that's why the party president, who actually comes from Karnataka, has every right to speak to leaders, to discuss and take a decision, a well thought out decision. And also I would like to underline, the leader also told me that the underlining fact is that the priority will be given to the observer's report. That will be honored. Whoever is the man selected from that MLA's report, or whoever has the majority, will be the man. But of course, everybody has to be taken together, and that's why all the compromise formula needs to be worked out to the T.
Well, it's interesting because just 2 days ago, you had Mallikarjun Kharge, who was in Karnataka on the day of the verdict. He had said that the High Command will now take the decision. Well, now it seems it's going to be, at least optic-wise, Mr. Kharge. But there is going to be no swearing in on the 18th. Naga, who's joining us outside Mr. Kharge's residence, you don't have to really go back now for the swearing in, because there is no Chief Minister yet.
Well, that is true. Seems like the same news that even I'm confirming that Maushmi broke just now, that they might be delay in all likely for the next 2 days as well, if not 3 days, at least 2 days minimum, is what even we are getting from the DK Shivakumar camp, that the opinion was sought. Kharge has said that Siddaramaiah's opinion also will be taken, and few more senior netas of the Karnataka Congress will also be consulted, and finally the decision will be made. So it's not a simple process, and it would take more time is what we are told. Earlier we were speculating, or at least trying to analyze, that the High Command didn't want to give a longer time because the arm twisting tactics of both the netas would start. More negotiation is dangerous for the High Command is what we were saying, because earlier both the netas assumed that Kharge would tell them the decision, and that's why both the camps were speculating. Now that we know that...
Naga, is it because the DK Shivakumar faction or DK Shivakumar has dug in his heels? I want to quickly bring in Rahul Srivastav as well as Rajdeep Sardesai, who's joining us from the studio. But Rahul Srivastav, is this astute on the Congress party to take a couple of more days? Is it a smart decision? You won the mandate. Can you prolong announcing the Chief Minister's name, because you're only going to lead to more complications for yourself?
Preeti, I think the Congress party is trying to create a balance. The idea is that if you take a hasty decision and announce that Siddaramaiah is going to be the next Chief Minister of Karnataka, leader of the Congress in Karnataka, the fact will be that this time around, a very complex web of caste equations have voted for the Congress party. And in that, if there is a sudden decision, it will always be taken as a decision that the High Command has decided in favor of one choice, while the other side was not really heard. And I think the party is going through the motions of listening to the aspirations and the various demands of the leaders. Perhaps eventually the formula will reflect some kind of a proper sharing of a cake But I think, yes, as you are right, if prolonged, this has got potential to dent the image of the Congress party. Remember, the Congress party was also voted for. One factor is because last time around, Siddaramaiah provided a very stable government. Stability is also a factor. So all unstable events, if they get unstable in the coming days, I think will not help the Congress. And that is why I say still that I think intense bargaining, attempt to address the two tall leaders who represent the aspirations of the diverse cross sections that have voted for the Congress party this time around. Eventually, there will be a split in the cake, which will be shown as a respectable sharing between the two leaders. And I think eventually the oath will take place.
You know, Rajdeep, the Congress has smarted under, of things going wrong in 3 states, be it Rajasthan, Punjab, Chhattisgarh. Do you reckon this time around, even if they're going to take more time, it is surely where the optics are concerned? Have they actually made up their mind? Or are they still confused?
Preeti, I'm going to start by quoting a tweet that I've just put out. After a long time, a bit of old-style political drama is unfolding in Delhi over Kaun Banega Karnataka Chief Minister. In the 1990s coalition era, it was Kaun Banega Pradhan Mantri, and often a dark horse would suddenly emerge. Recall how IK Gujral was decided upon in 1997 by a United Front government. The Modi era of total political dominance has meant less confusion in BJP, but Congress is still an old world party where there are never ever any shortage of power claimants. Expect this drama to unfold for a few more days as TV news channels endlessly speculate. Picture abhi baki hai. The point I'm making is, you see, when you have a party like the Congress, which has been out of power for a long time, and suddenly when you get power, you have all these individuals who've been in politics for 30, 40 years. You just mentioned Mr. Parmeshwar. He is, again, an MLA half a dozen times. There's R.V. Deshpande, who I met earlier today. He's a 9-time MLA. So you've got lots of people who, if not chief minister, want to be ministers. Look, the battle at the moment for chief ministers primarily between DK Shivakumar and Mr. Siddaramaiah, and both have strong claims. Mr. DK Shivakumar can claim that he rebuilt the Congress organization from 2020 and made it battle-hardened. Mr. Siddaramaiah can claim that he is a mass leader who's crafted a social coalition which has strongly voted for the Congress. So both of them have very strong claims. The problem is the High Command is weak. You see, if the High Command was stronger, they could perhaps have worked out the power sharing arrangement more effectively earlier. But that cannot happen in today's High Command. In fact, there are different claimants to who's the High Command. All of them are coming to Mallikarjun Kharge's residence at the moment. Sonia Gandhi is with Priyanka Gandhi Vadra in Shimla, and Rahul Gandhi is in the fray and out of it. So he is being consulted. Does he have the final word? That's the big question. Who has the final word? Earlier, it was very clear that Sonia Gandhi in 10 Janpat would have the final word. Now that's also not there. Someone like an Ahmed Patel who could manage these contradictions is not there. So who is going to ensure that both Mr. Shivakumar, both Shivakumar and Mr. Siddaramaiah are placated in an honorable manner? It's not easy, given that both of them have very strong claims to the top job this time. And if they don't get it, then you will have to ensure that they get ministries for themselves and their supporters. So, Kaun Banega Mukhyamantri and Kaun Banega Mantri, Preeti, is a difficult situation to handle when you have a weak high command and strong regional satraps.
I'm going to just bring in Maushmi as well, because she's been talking to her sources within the Congress as well as Rajdeep. Maushmi, one thing is very clear, whatever was decided post the CLP, which was that the Karnataka Chief Minister will be sworn in on the 18th. That's not happening. That day is going to be passed. But where does the High Command or the stakeholders in this stand? Who stands in whose corner? Give us the juice.
See, Preeti, clearly, if you see what I've just flashed, that Rahul Gandhi, as Rajdeep also rightly pointed out, wants to stay away. He's in it, but he's not in it. And Sonia Gandhi and Priyanka are already in Himachal. So Rahul Gandhi, if you ask me who's going to have the final word, it is going to be Mallikarjun Kharge. Of course, he would inform Sonia Gandhi or Rahul Gandhi, but I don't believe in this situation that the High Command is weak, because fortunately for the Congress, the President of of the Congress is Mallikarjun Kharge, who hails from Karnataka, and he has a larger-than-life persona in Karnataka, in his home turf. So, and he's been like a marathon runner as far as politics is concerned. Even for that matter, Prime Minister Narendra Modi had to acknowledge that many times. So I really think that Kharge is the right man who has got the job, and he is the right man to do this job, because nobody knows better than him the politics of Karnataka. Nobody knows better than him the two leaders who are staking claim, and he knows what will be the shortcomings and the weaknesses, what will be the strength, and with Mr. Kharge, you know, his nature of treading very cautiously, consulting everybody, the Congress camp is very confident that he will make the right choice at the right time.
What we say with me, we are breaking more news. DK Shivakumar apparently told Mr. Kharge that Siddaramaiah tenure was with misrule. Lingayats were against Siddaramaiah. Siddaramaiah has tasted success as Chief Minister. Why does he need another chance? Siddaramaiah, reason for 2019 coalition collapse. It's my time to become Chief Minister, and the High Command should accommodate me. I rebuilt the party from 2019 collapse. Nagarjun, breaking this news on India Today. Nagarjun, it's DK Shivakumar who seems to have dug in his heels. Nagarjun, can you hear me? All right, we seem to have lost Nagarjun. We're going to try and yes. Rajdeep wants to come into that.
There are 2 points. One is apparently there are 25 points that Mr. DK Shivakumar has made. 25 reasons why he should be made and Mr. Kharge should not. So he's got a long list of reasons why he believes he's the better candidate. Some of them were mentioned, but he believes that Mr. Siddaramaiah has had its time. 15 years, 5 years as Chief Minister and almost 10 years as the leader of the opposition and the CLP leader. But when you mention Mr. Kharge having the final word, remember, can Mr. Kharge, for all his consultative approach, be a truly neutral umpire?
He lost in 2013 to Siddaramaiah.
He lost in 2013, and remember, Mr. Siddaramaiah came to the Congress in 2006. Few years later, he was the leader of the opposition.
They were rivals.
Who was the leader of the opposition prior to him? Mallikarjun Kharge. So they've had, you know, there is a past. That doesn't necessarily mean that Mr. Kharge will stymie Mr. Siddaramaiah's chances. But the truth be told, when I look at the numbers, this victory to a large extent is a victory that cut across various traditional caste combinations. The Congress got its SC, ST, the SC, ST Muslim backward caste Ahinda coalition right, but they've also got a fair share of the Vocaliga vote. So there is Mr. Shivakumar who's claiming, look, new generation, we've expanded into new areas. I have been far more resourceful, stayed with the party throughout. So you've got Mr. Kharge being pulled on both sides. Who does he really go with? Someone who denied him his greatest ambition of becoming Chief Minister of Karnataka 10 years ago? Or does he go with someone who represents a generational shift but may not represent perhaps the right caste combination for Karnataka?
But Rajdeep, as I bring in Nabila as well, you know, ultimately, politically wise, you know, not just Mr. Kharge losing out to Mr. Siddaramaiah, would you reward a war horse with the maximum number of battle wounds on him, which is Mr. Siddaramaiah, or a strategist, who's Mr. DK Shivakumar? Nabila, I just want to get you in, quickly get us up to speed when we go back to Rajdeep on this. In terms of the MLAs in Karnataka, they've clearly picked sides. You know, where do the numbers stack up? In whose favor?
You know, from what we understand on ground and within the Congress circles, it appears that Siddaramaiah has nearly about 90 MLAs with him. In fact, on the day of the CLP meeting, Preeti, there was talk that 72 MLAs have stamped their opinion in a letter and shot it to the High Command already. So Siddaramaiah not taking chance because he knows very well he's riding on all the effort put by DK Shivakumar. DK Shivakumar, yes, has been a strategist, but what we also have to very well observe and closely look at is that DK Shivakumar is not only a strategist at this point here in Karnataka. He has the Lingayat support, which so far had voted for the BJP. A good sizable chunk of the Lingayats have now come into the Congress's fold. That's thanks to DK Shivakumar. Apart from that, the Vocaligas, almost most parts of old Mysuru region, which was dominated by the JDS, the Vocaliga vote bank have shifted their loyalties from Kumaraswamy, HD Kumaraswamy and Devegowda's family, and moved completely, consolidated large chunks of it with DK Shivakumar. So DK Shivakumar is no more just a strategic He has a huge caste and community backing him, and not just one. He has the Lingayat support.
But
he
you
has
know,
the
with the
Wakilika
Lingayats, you have a
support,
Mr. Patil who come out and say that I'm a
chunk of the
Lingayat
Muslim
leader. I've been
minority
working
as
for
well
the
supports
Congress
him.
for so many years. You know, reward me. I'm Lingayat. But stay with me, Nabila. Nagarjun, who broke that news coming in from the Shivakumar camp, is joining us for more. Naga, quickly take us through your news break.
Well, what we are getting to understand is that the conversation between DK Shivakumar and Mr. Kharge, that the reasons why DK Shivakumar wants to become the president, wants to become the chief minister, if I can correct that, wants to become the chief minister, was he quoted many instances that in 2019 it was Mr. Siddaramaiah's reason why the coalition government collapsed in Karnataka. It was the JDS and Congress coalition. DK Shivakumar felt that the main reason behind that collapse was Mr. Siddaramaiah, and also Lingayat and other major communities were against the chief minister from 2013 to 2018. That was a tag behind Siddaramaiah, and there was a lot of misrule, and he has tasted success as a CM already once. So the chance has been given to someone who has come out of the JDS party, then joined Congress. He's been given the topmost post. But now it's my turn. I have patiently waited for this in the last 40 years and have reasons because I have worked from the collapse of the party in 2019. So these are my reasons why I have to be the chief minister of Karnataka.
Rahul Srivastav, getting you back into this conversation, other than what I'm sure what Mr. Siddaramaiah says or what Mr. Shivakumar says on why they need to become the chief minister, the Congress will have to pick wisely with an eye on 2024. They lost 25 of the 28 seats, Lok Sabha seats in Karnataka, to the BJP. A miscalculation today, and they could pay for it in less than a year's time.
Definitely, Preeti. I think the Congress is well and aware of it, that it is walking on a very thin ice situation here. And that is why I think there are different sections in the Congress's first family which are into the situation and are talking and keeping all the stakeholders extremely engaged. Like,
So there you are, Mr. Siddaramaiah actually leaving the residence of Mallikarjun Kharge. Will try and he just waved to us, didn't want to respond or react, and clearly, you know, first we saw DK Shivakumar.
Media at this point of time, he's kept his mum. We'll try getting.
Mr. Siddaramaiah's cavalcade pulling out of Mr. Kharge's residence would be interesting on what comes out of the Siddaramaiah camp. But let's cut across to Nagarjun. Nagarjun, you have more for us, I believe. Naga, can you hear me?
Preeti, can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
I can hear you, Preeti. I think he's heading back to his hotel. We are trying to catch up with him, with Mr. Siddaramaiah. We'll have to see what was the message given. In fact, few of the followers and associates of Mr. Siddaramaiah gave a big thumbs up and waved at the media, showed victory symbol. Of course, this was all the followers. We don't know yet if Siddaramaiah has communicated to the followers as well what was told, what was communicated between Mr. Kharge and Siddaramaiah. But the body language of the associates, at least, were upbeat and positive. I think he's heading back to the hotel, so we're trying to catch up, Preeti.
All right, go ahead, Naga. One thing, Naga, before we let you go, you know, you were very hospitable to our Delhi team when we were in Karnataka, in Bengaluru. You're not going away anytime soon. 18th is no swearing in, Rajdeep. When it comes down to the Chief Minister of Karnataka, the theatrics, the drama to continue for the next few days.
You know, let me only add one caveat to this. It's not as if this hasn't happened in other parties. You saw how long it took for Himanta Biswa Sarma to be finally sworn in
10 days.
in Assam. Over a week. It took that long for even Yogi Adityanath to be finally anointed. The one difference, of course, I think, is that in the BJP, you have a very strong high command. So even if there are claimants, eventually the high command manages conflict resolution, and whoever is the high command, their word prevails. In the Congress, the problem, and we've seen this in Rajasthan in particular, even after a decision is taken, there's a lot of ill will that's left behind, a residue of ill will, and that's never fully controlled or satiated. And that's why the Congress has struggled in Rajasthan, and it may well happen in Karnataka. Even if we have a Chief Minister of Karnataka by this weekend, will that Chief Minister be fully secure when he knows that there is someone in his government who's working perhaps overtime to try and get his job? So I think that's going to be the challenge for the Congress, because people have voted for the Congress after a long time and given it this kind of majority in the hope that the Congress has learned from past mistakes. But if this continues endlessly, then it will be a bit of a self-goal and it will undermine the government, undermine governance. You made the point of 2024 Lok Sabha. To my mind, that's the critical question the Congress has to answer. Last time, Mr. Modi swept the Lok Sabha in Karnataka, won 26 out of 28 seats. If the Congress can't get its act together, can't provide decent governance, then the BJP has another opening in Karnataka. So clearly the Congress, whatever it decides, will have to make sure that that decision is acceptable to both sides and doesn't fester and linger like it did, particularly in Rajasthan.
Well, and, taking more time could only lead to further complications of already there's word coming in, various ministers trying to stake claim to certain key portfolios, and it will only grow if the high command, or the proverbial high command here, or the party president doesn't come out with a decision anytime soon. Moshmi is joining us with more. Moshmi, over to you, and then we're going to quickly close the bulletin.
Yeah. Right, Preeti, I'm sorry it's pitch dark because we've been trying to chase Siddaramaiah's vehicle, and I can tell you that the body language was a bit different. When we called out for him, he did turn to the camera and waved and gave a thumbs up. So Siddaramaiah looking more calm and composed, more in control, while DK Shivakumar looked shattered. He looked really glum when he was leaving the residence of Mallikarjun Kharge. I can tell you that I'll be camping here for the next 2 days for sure, because this decision is likely to be prolonged, and we will have to wait and see what really comes out in the end.
Rajdeep, would you go by body language where leaders are concerned?
No, look, Mr. Siddaramaiah in particular is the kind of leader who reveals very little. I don't think you can go by body language. I think at the end of the day, you've got to go by political logic.
Right.
And political logic still suggests to me Siddaramaiah as the front runner, but I do fear that the longer it goes, don't rule out the prospect of a dark horse. This is exactly how we've seen in the past in the 1990s, when you all were still, dare I say, in school. We used to have United Front governments where you would suddenly have an IK Gujral emerge out of nowhere.
So do you see, Rahul Srivastava, do you see a Mr. Parameshwar or Mr. Patil come out and say that it's us? Compromise candidate. Okay, I don't think Rahul Srivastava can hear us. All right.
Oh, that was for me, Preeti.
Yeah, go ahead.
Preeti, no, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think, as I said earlier, this is a balancing enactment. And definitely there is pressure on everybody. DK Shivakumar also. The MLAs, 105 to 108 out of the 135 with Siddaramaiah. The Congress High Command knows it has to be Siddaramaiah. I think we'll have to wait a bit. I think that there is going to be, as I said earlier, a very respectable sharing of cake announced very soon.
Well, the pressure tactics are on, as Nabila also suggested there, that a lot of MLAs also pledging support for DK, and DK going ahead and saying that I have support of 2 big communities there. But with that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to close the bulletin, running out of time. Appreciate all of you for joining us. But the political optics, theatrics continue, and trust us to keep you one up on all developments, the front row seats right there. Thank you for joining us. Up next is Rahul Kala.
A cricket coaching centre exclusively for girls. This sports academy in Dharoki village near Patiala is fueling the dreams of girls who aspire to play in the Indian Premier League for women. Gulab Singh Shegil, a policeman, set up the coaching centre in his farmland. Shegil, who could not realise his dream of becoming a cricketer, is now training 18 girls for free at the centre. From shoes to cricket kit, he takes care of everything. When it started in 2019, the coaching centre was open to both girls and boys.
जब दिसंबर स्टार्ट हुआ तो सर्दी बहुत थी, तो खेतों में है यहाँ फिर आपको ठंडी जो हवा थी ज़्यादा होती है, तो लड़के आना बंद हो गए।
लड़कियाँ?
हाँ, तो लड़कियों ने रेगुलर रखा। डेडिकेशन देख के उनकी हमको लगा ये ओनली लड़कियों को ही चाहिए।
Shegil has hired a cricket coach to ensure his wards get proper training.
यहाँ पे आया, यहाँ पे देखा मैंने, बच्चों का माहौल देखा, बच्चों में पोटेंशियल देखा, तो फिर मैंने सोचा मैं शाम को यहाँ पे जरूर आया करूँगा। तो जब भी मैं पीपीएस से फ्री होता था तो साथ के साथ यहाँ पे आ जाता था, बच्चों के साथ मन लग जाता था, बच्चों को सीखने को मिलता था।
The trainees are already making an impact.
मैं अंडर 19 भी खेली हूँ और अंडर 15 स्टेट कैंप पे भी सिलेक्ट हुई और अब पटियाला में डिस्ट्रिक्ट में।
सर हमें हर मैच मोहाली दिखाने जा रहे हैं, हमें दिखा रहे हैं तुम्हें कौन कौन सी स्टेज क्लियर करनी है, भी कैसे आगे जाना है तुम लोगों को।
Shegil says he doesn't need monetary help. All he wants is cricketers to come and encourage these budding players. Bureau Report, India Today.
See something so visually beautiful on screen, so a lot of our efforts is put behind it.
Yeah.
So I would like to know what was the hard, like most difficult part about playing the characters.
Yeah, in a periodic setup, sometimes what happens is that you realize that because it's that era, you want it to look very royal and poised and like like ऐसे ही बात करते होंगे. So to break that and to come out of that and make it sound relatable and sound like two people are talking and it's just a normal conversation.
Yeah.
To keep that intact and yet have the essence of a periodic drama is a challenge. Like you can't make it sound like कि ओ ये किसी भी वक्त में अभी मतलब ये bro बोल देगा. ऐसा नहीं हो सकता ना कि bro like अभी क्या कर रहे हैं, कहाँ जा रहे हैं, ऐसा नहीं हो सकता. So it has to be like you have to make it sound conversational, but at the same time keeping in mind that it is period, so it cannot be very uptight and poised and because हमारे दिमाग में है कि वो लोग ऐसे ही बात करते होंगे, but ऐसा नहीं है, वो भी ऐसे normally बात करते होंगे, लेकिन उस normally बात करने में भी एक ठहराव है. तो वो ठहराव कैसे लाना is something that we of course had many chats and conversations and understood better from our makers and read more about it and Urdu pe kaam karna.
And also the way the script has been written.
Yeah, it's a very well researched script. It's very well written script. It's 5-6 साल लगे हैं इस script को बनाने में. तो there's a lot of work that went into it and I think like we've maintained a decent amount of authenticity.
Yeah. Would you like to add something to that? Exactly the same thing. Yeah, I think he has covered all the points. As I mean, tick, tick, tick. Number one, when you are making a show and you want to cater to Gen Z, you have to present the show in a way that everyone relates to the show, everyone relates to the characters of the show, because just the way he also said that when you are having a conversation, suppose when Akbar is having a conversation with any of his sons, of course he is the Emperor Akbar, but also at the same time he is a father. The way our parents also speak to us, they have that warmth also, they have that love also, but then again, he is the emperor. And we are talking about royalty here. They have a certain kind of body language. They have a certain kind of authority. So, yeah, to get that, and I think it's very difficult also to balance these two aspects, but we have really tried our best.
Presented by RP Sanjeev Goenka Group, Growing Legacies. Co-presented by Macho Hind, Bade Aaram Se. Co-presented by Hefler, Let's Reimagine. Co-powered by Timex, Choice of the Titans.
Good evening and welcome. Bokaliga strongman DK Shivakumar digging in his heels, refusing to allow for Siddaramaiah to be made Chief Minister. The Congress High Command facing a real challenge. Siddaramaiah or Shivakumar, who will it be and why? That's my top focus on the news track.
Toda Yuddha for Sinhasana. यारू विजेतारू, सिद्धू और DKS। गांधीज का हाथ किसके साथ? No bigger Yuddha for Bengaluru. Big focus on News Track.
There's an all-out grab for the Chief Minister's chair. Siddaramaiah thinks he has it. Shivakumar at this moment saying, absolutely not, it must be me. Is this just muscle flexing and posturing, or will Sidda not be able to get the Chief Minister's chair because Shivakumar doesn't want him to? And importantly, even if there is some resolution at the end of all of this, after having taken such entrenched positions, can these two Congress leaders work together and deliver the government they've been elected for? We look at all of that. Here are the headlines I'm tracking tonight. Decision on Karnataka Chief Minister delayed. Congress President meets DK Shivakumar and Siddaramaiah. Another round of meetings tomorrow. Open war between the Pilot and Gehlot camps in Rajasthan. Gehlot government books the Pilot camp MLA for land fraud. MLA accuses Chief Minister Gehlot of conspiracy. Big development in the Kashu Mandir case. Court allows Archaeological Survey of India to survey the entire Gyanvyapi mosque at Kashi. Next hearing on the 22nd of May. Police record statements of 6 alleged molestation victims of Wrestling Federation Chief Brij Bhushan, including a minor. WFI chief also submits key documents. Imran Khan gets bailed on the 8th of June in cases of statements against institutions. PTI leader Fawad Choudhry runs into court to evade arrest. Breaking point. I've got latest images coming in of Siddaramaiah at KC Venugopal's residence. Images of him leaving after this meeting. This is soon after the Siddaramaiah Kharge meeting, which got over earlier today after about an hour. Remember, Siddaramaiah is the front runner from the perspective of the Congress MLAs. A majority of the Congress MLAs have indicated they would like Siddaramaiah to be Chief Minister, but Shivakumar is having none of this. He's told the Congress High Command that when he came in, the Congress was in a shambles after the defeat in the by-polls. He's literally built the party structure and deserves his chance. He says Siddaramaiah has been Chief Minister in the past. This time is Shivakumar's chance. That's what Shivakumar thinks. You can see Siddaramaiah a bit angry. Let's just see if we can listen in. Obviously, the agency reporter tried to stick a mic to Siddaramaiah. He's not very happy about that. Those are images from earlier today of Mallikarjun Kharge, the Congress president, meeting with the former Karnataka Chief Minister, who is hoping to be Chief Minister once again. India Today has a battery of reporters tracking the story, and we're able to get you a ringside view into what's going on in each of these meetings. All the big newsmakers speaking first and speaking exclusively to India Today, and also details about what has transpired. What I've gathered from the last meeting is that Siddaramaiah has told Kharge, DK Shivakumar, when he met Mallikarjun Kharge, said that Siddaramaiah's tenure wasn't a case study for good governance, that there are communities like those of the Lingayats who are against Siddaramaiah, that Siddaramaiah has already been Chief Minister in the past, so why should he be given another chance? And that Siddaramaiah was the reason that the 2019 coalition collapsed, that it's time for Shivakumar to be made Chief Minister and the High Command should accommodate his request, and that it's Shivakumar who rebuilt the party after the 2019 collapse. He's also not in favor of the power sharing formula, citing the example of what's happened in Madhya Pradesh and in Rajasthan. I want to go across to our Karnataka Bureau Chief, Nagarjun Dwarkanath. He knows these players. He's come down from Bengaluru to track this story for us. Nagarjun, begin by giving our viewers a sense of where the state of play stands as we broadcast the news track tonight. Is the Congress any closer to being able to announce who its Chief Minister will be and when?
Well, it seems like it would take a couple more days as what the information that is trickling down to us, Rahul. Right now, till evening, what we expected was Mr. Kharge that would give out the decision to both Siddaramaiah and DK Shivakumar, considering they were meeting alone. But what transpired was the complete the other way, because Kharge asked DK Shivakumar what his opinion was and what he expected out of the party. Mr. DK Shivakumar then spoke about how Siddaramaiah has already tasted success as the Chief Minister. He is tried and tested. Fresh blood is needed into the party. There's no reason why DK Shivakumar should be not given the Chief Minister post, and Lingayats and other upper caste and major communities were not okay with Siddaramaiah being the CM. There was an anti-Lingayat tag attached to him, and there was the Siddaramaiah was the reason behind the coalition collapse, is what DK Shivakumar alleged, that he was the one with his blessings. MLAs went from Congress to the BJP because he could not take H.D. Kumaraswamy as a Chief Minister back then. So all these reasons that DK Shivakumar told Mr. Kharge that these are the reasons why I should be made the Chief Minister, and for all good reasons. I was the one who took over the party in 2019-2020 when the party had lost miserably after the Lok Sabha elections. From booth region to the top, I was the one who organized all these activities, and like so I should be given. We have told that Siddaramaiah camp also that they were very positive even after the meet. Siddaramaiah also spoke about why he should be given the choice of being the Chief Minister because of 2024. Clearly, he has good financial and administrative understanding. His budget doubled in 2013 to 2018. In a matter of 5 years, the budget went from 1 lakh crore to 2 lakh crore. He's saying, what more do you need in terms of administration? And I have a mass appeal. This vote is for me. People en masse voted from backward community, from Dalit community, the minority. Was not for anyone else. It was clearly for me, is what Siddaramaiah is saying. So now the big moment for the Congress party is the internal meeting. They have taken opinion of both of them, and both of them have told that we are not budging, Chief Minister or nothing else. That is the both leaders that have said, Siddaramaiah and DK Shivakumar. The big question is, which way will the High Command favor?
Still, Nagarjun, I'm coming back to you in a moment. Rajdeep Sardesai joins us. He's been out and about at his reporting avatar best, chasing the newsmakers personally, speaking to many of them. Answer the only question anyone wants to know: who will be Chief Minister and why?
Rahul, you're asking me a tough question because you could probably replay this after a couple of days and say you got it wrong. But
don't worry, we only do that with the post-poll study. Here give us your best sense.
You're never wrong for long, I guess, in news. But my best sense, Rahul, is that Mr. Siddaramaiah remains the front runner. Quite simply because of some of the reasons elaborated there by Nagarjun, the kind of social coalition he has crafted, the fact that he's been in administration, the fact that DK Shivakumar has all these cases hanging over his head, all of this would make, and the majority of the MLAs support Mr. Siddaramaiah, would suggest that Mr. Siddaramaiah is the clear frontrunner. He also apparently enjoys the backing of Rahul Gandhi and KC Venugopal, the General Secretary organization. But, and there's always a but, In this instance, DK Shivakumar has a very strong claim, stronger than a Sachin Pilot perhaps had in Rajasthan or a TS Singh there with Chhattisgarh.
How is DK's claim stronger than Sachin Pilot's?
Because DK's been in politics much longer. DK is a 7-time MLA. He's been in politics for 30 years.
But he was also KPCC president and Sachin was Rajasthan president.
Yeah, compare the two. When you compare the two, you've got Mr. Siddaramaiah, who joined the Congress in 2006 versus someone who won his first election with the Congress in 1990. You've got DK Shivakumar, who really has plowed all resources, we are told, both personal and political, into the campaign at various levels. So a number of the MLAs are beholden in a way.
No, but those same MLAs chose Siddaramaiah by majority.
We don't know how many chose. The number is a secret number. We are told a majority certainly did. But the sense one gets is that DK Shivakumar also carries a lot of personal and political equity, both at the state level and at the centre. So he's not a pushover. The point I make is that there was a huge gap between Gehlot's experience and Sachin was seen to be relatively raw. He was still in his 30s at the time. DK Shivakumar is in his early 60s. Now you can't call him a young leader. He believes his time has come. And he believes he's done enough in the last few years to prove his complete loyalty to the party, completely, sort of energize the party at various levels.
So who's supposed to decide? Kharge ji, or do the Gandhis have a role in this?
Now that's the real question, Rahul, particularly because in this case, Mallikarjun Kharge is from Karnataka. Now,
he'll obviously have a choice.
See, look, the one
Remember, when Siddaramaiah became chief minister, Kharge was amongst those who were in the fray.
That's right. He was in fact
and
passed
therefore
over.
I don't see him as being much of a Siddaramaiah fan.
Whether he's a truly neutral umpire is the big question. But more than that, look at how things have changed. These images, a year ago, if the Congress had won an election, everyone would be heading to 10 Janpath. Now that
which is a good thing.
Well, Sonia Gandhi is virtually withdrawn.
She's actually in Shimla.
The question is, what
she's
role
still in Shimla?
She's still in Shimla. What role is Rahul Gandhi going to play? Because Rahul
Does
Gandhi,
he want to play a role?
And whether he wants, well, I think he wants to. I think
his choice is Siddaramaiah.
My sense is Rahul Gandhi believes the kind of welfareist politics that Siddaramaiah espouses, the kind of social coalition that Siddaramaiah espouses, fits in with his worldview.
And Shivakumar has all these cases against.
And Shivakumar has all these. But on the other hand, we also gather that Sonia Gandhi feels that a loyalist like Shivakumar also deserves his space. So how do you manage it? Look, there's this buzz of a rotational chief ministership.
But Shivakumar doesn't want it, neither does Siddaramaiah.
I think that's because you've seen the experience in the past, particularly with what happened in Rajasthan, where it was never officially announced, but Sachin Pilot let it be known that he was promised that he would at least have 1 year before the elections as chief minister. TS Singh Deo in fact claims it was two and a half between him and Bhupesh Baghel. Never happened. So no one wants to give the other person a chance on the kursi. Once you're on the kursi, you'll never give it up. But I still get a sense that the Congress will have to work out some kind of a compromise formula that goes beyond the usual, I'll give you a couple of ministries here, I'll make you deputy chief minister.
But what could it be?
It is possibly at some stage some assurance that, let's assume Mr. Siddaramaiah becomes, he will have to hand over power.
But Siddaramaiah has told enough people that he has no intention of leaving the chief minister's chair.
Well, there are two views on that. Mr. Siddaramaiah is 76. So, this is really his last shot. He said this is his last election. Can there be a peaceful transfer of power? The problem, Rahul, is the high command is not as strong as it used to be. We've seen that with Ashok Gehlot, you can push and possibly even bully the high command and not listen to their decisions. DK Shivakumar is the kind of neta who will eventually fall in line but doesn't want to do so without a fight, which is why this is going to be prolonged. It's not just that I go to Mr. Kharge says, look, Siddaramaiah is our choice, you have to accept it. That's not going to happen anymore. These are leaders who've come from the ranks, who believe that their time has come. And the Congress is a strange party with lots of claimants. They haven't been in power for very long. So when you get power, each one of them believes this is our time. And it's not just about Mukhyamantri, the battle that is going on for ministerships. Everyone now wants to become a minister, and you've got 135 MLAs. So you've got a large number of people. Many of them are 5-6 time MLAs. Some of them are saying, if you don't want to make us chief minister, at least make us important ministers. Some of them are using the caste card. We are Lingayats, we are Vokaligas, we are Dalits. It's very tough for the Congress at the moment to manage this. Mr. Kharge is going to be tested. Look, he's had a big victory with what's happened in Karnataka.
Is it his decision? The other thing is it his decision?
I think he will be because it's Karnataka, I think his input is very important.
Or Rahul Gandhi already says that I'd like Siddaramaiah, do whatever you are doing, go through the process, but then pick Siddaramaiah.
That's possible, but I think we should except that because it's Karnataka, Rahul and Mallikarjun Kharge is a veteran of Karnataka politics, you would expect that he would have a significant role to play in any final decision.
Maushmi Singh covers the Congress for us. She is very close to the Congress president. Many others tracks their movements very closely. Maushmi, what are you picking up? Who is likely to be the next Chief Minister of Karnataka? And I also want to welcome our other guests joining us on the show. Dr. Sandeep Shastri from Lokniti, Ramkrishna Upadhyay, political analyst and columnist, Harish Bijur. This is the crack team from exit poll, from counting day, rave reviews. Now they're back again. And also Supriya Shrineth from the Congress and squaring off against Sanju Verma from the Bharatiya Janata Party. Supriya Shrineth, I want to go across to you first. This is what you said wouldn't happen. This is what we were apprehending might end up happening. You will of course want to deny that there's no problem, but for anybody who tracks the Congress at this moment, you have two senior leaders locked in contest, both determined to be Chief Minister. How do you hope to find a resolution to this impasse?
Good evening, but what's wrong with that? I mean, I don't understand why that should be wrong. I think politics is all about ambition, and what's wrong with that? I think we will amicably resolve that issue and we will figure out. The MLAs have said that the High Command and the party president himself is from Karnataka. They will arrive at a conclusion, and a conclusion that will be good for Karnataka, that will be good for the Congress. Not one word has been said out of line. And just let me show the mirror to all those in the BJP writing on social media about what we should be doing with our internal matter. We won an election with a resounding majority, 135 and counting. You lost the election bitterly, you being the sore loser, but the reality is that you took 8 days in UP to appoint Mr. Yogi. You took 17 days in Assam, over 2 weeks in Uttarakhand. You took a month to appoint a cabinet in Maharashtra. Who are you showing the mirror to? Mirror should be shown to you. Sure. I think there's an internal party process, and I don't think there's anything wrong with either Mr. Siddaramaiah or Mr. DK Shivakumar meeting the top brass and presenting both their cases. Sure. The top brass will then decide what has to be done.
I'll tell you what the concern is, Supriya Shrineth.
We've got potential leaders who can both claim.
Sure.
No, let me just finish. They can both claim. They can both be claimants. It's great news for the party. We are a nursery of leadership.
Sure, I'll tell you what the problem is. The problem is Sachin Pilot, and I want to pull out these images from his yatra in Rajasthan, about a week long from Alwar to Jaipur. Now there are daggers drawn, and that's the problem. Unless you can find a way of being able to resolve it, one of these two, Supriya Shrineth, could end up being the next Sachin Pilot. You pick Siddaramaiah, Shivakumar says, whether it's immediate or later, there could be a real problem. Supriya, can you hear me or have you got disconnected? You hear me, right? The problem,
I can hear you.
The problem is Sachin Pilot.
Yeah.
You know, we're playing images on our screen in a moment of Sachin Pilot's yatra. There he is. He's criticizing the manner in which Rajasthan's government is failing to take action in so-called corruption cases against Vasundhara Raje. Ashok Gehlot is attacking him, saying he's a BJP plant. This is the concern. This is the problem. This is not happening with the BJP in Uttar Pradesh or in Assam.
Oh, really, this is not. Let me just do a quick reality check for you, Rahul. There has never been a government anywhere in this country where 100 MLAs sat in protest within the Vidhan Sabha itself like they sat against Mr. Yogi Adityanath. Just a quick reminder. There has never been a precedent where the party president, Mr. Patil, was not speaking to Mr. Rupani in Gujarat. Or where between Narottam Mishra and Shivraj Singh Chauhan, the daggers are brutally drawn. And of course, now there's a third one with Mr. Scindia himself.
Between but Mr. they haven't Kataria attacked each other. No, that's not fair. Supriya Shrineth, I see you've got some talking points, but there's no comparison.
How is it not fair?
Sachin Pilot and Ashok Gehlot are daggers drawn and are attacking each other every single day in the most bitter terms.
Let me finish. That's exactly what I'm saying. Look at how bitter the terms are. That it's unprecedented that the Prime Minister's calls weren't being taken by the UP Chief Minister at one point in time. He removed Mr. Modi from all the official photographs of the UP government. What exactly are we talking about here? I don't think that's an issue at all. I think we've won an election. I think it's difficult for large sections of media and the BJP to digest this humiliating defeat. It's all right. I think it's between us. There's been 48 hours to that resounding victory. We will form a government. We will have a chief minister, and the chief minister is going to deliver on the first 5 promises in the first cabinet meeting itself. That I can tell you this evening that none of the BJP governments can claim about. I don't think there should be such a brouhaha. I mean, let's give democracy a chance, both within and outside the party. Karnataka has shown the way. We are only accepting and going ahead with that verdict.
Supriya Shrineth has spoken. I want to go across to Sanju Verma. You make two arguments. One, that in states like Uttar Pradesh and Assam, it's taken the BJP longer to be able to announce its chief minister. These things take time. There's an internal process going on. There are multiple claimants. They are staking their claim. And in the end, there will be some kind of a resolution. It's happened to you. It's happening to them. At least they won. You lost a big defeat. And she'd much rather have this problem than have the problem that you do right now, where you came down to about half of where you were, around half of where you were in Karnataka last time. She said this is a good problem to have.
Okay. Rahul, I heard the monologue by the Congress spokesperson and I don't wish to be heckled. Of course, post results, I've been on your show and other channels and I have admitted the Congress has had a handsome and a decisive victory. Many congratulations to them. I've also said that the BJP will go back to the drawing board and do introspection in the real sense of the term, rather than just using it as a platitude which the Congress says, hum zarur atma chintan karenge, atma manthan karenge. They have lost under the aegis of Rahul Gandhi 52 of the 57 big and small elections in the last 9 years. So for the Congress party to sit here and give a lecture on morality is a whole lot of hogwash and gibberish. Now the most important point, the Congress panelists gave a whole lot of examples about Yogi Adityanath, Shivraj Singh Chauhan, etc., blah, blah, blah. I just have this to say, we changed 3 chief ministers in the run-up to the Uttarakhand assembly elections. But you did not see Pushkar Singh Dhami or his predecessors washing their dirty laundry in public. The entire cabinet virtually of Vijay Rupani was dismantled in the run-up to the Gujarat assembly elections. But you did not see Bhupendra Bhai Patel and Vijay Rupani washing their dirty laundry in public. Everybody says that Yogi Adityanath has had problems with Keshav Prasad Maurya and etc. But I've never seen Yogi Adityanath or any tall leader within the BJP washing their dirty laundry in public. And the most important point, while the Congress can, pat itself and preen about the fact that they have had a resounding victory, let me just give you some data, because I think, data never lies. And if you are confident about superimposing the Karnataka Vidhan Sabha victory onto the Lok Sabha, I will just rattle out some statistics, Rahul, in 20 seconds. In 2004, the BJP got 18 Lok Sabha seats out of Karnataka. In 2009, we got 19 Lok Sabha seats out of Karnataka. In 2014, we got 19 Lok Sabha seats out of Karnataka once again. And in 2019, we got 25 out of the 28 Lok Sabha seats in Karnataka. So our lowest strike rate from Karnataka has been 64% in terms of Lok Sabha performance.
Not the point here. No. That's not the point here. One second. That's not the point here. We'll come to the Lok Sabha, because I want to stay focused, Sanju, on the topic that we're discussing. Lok Sabha elections is not what we're discussing. Sanju Verma, we're not discussing the Lok Sabha elections. We're discussing what's happening right now around the race to be chief minister. Supriya Shrineth, Sanju Verma's stronger argument is, if there is a difference between Keshav Prasad Maurya and Yogi Adityanath, or between the current Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Pushkar Dhami and his predecessors, they haven't spoken publicly. Not in the manner in which Sachin Pilot and Gehlot are having a go at each other and embarrassing themselves and embarrassing their party publicly. That hasn't happened in UP or Uttarakhand or anywhere else.
No. Just before you go any forward, this is the picture of the UP Nikai election. Here is the picture from the BJP's official handle of the UP Nikai election. This picture has Mr. Nadda and it has Mr. Modi. Why has Mr. Yogi been thrown out of this picture? You are telling me all is well. You think everything is rosy, hunky-dory. Why humiliate a chief minister like this? I'm just asking a simple question. Why humiliate a former Chief Minister of Rajasthan because you don't like her, Ms. Vasundhara Raje? Because Mr. Kataria, Mr. Punia, Mr. Shekhawat, it's a khichdi. I don't want to get into their mess, but because we are talking numbers, Rahul, there are 31 seats in Karnataka where the BJP has lost deposit. The SC seats have been less than halved. There is not one ST seat that they have been able to win. What exactly are they talking about? And what numbers is she rattling? The reality is that out of 31 assembly elections that have happened in the last 5 years, you've been able to return with full majority only in 5. Uttarakhand, Uttar Pradesh, and you are yourself telling the truth.
Both are speakers. No, once again, just one second. Time out. Both our speakers are going off tangent. We're not discussing the Lok Sabha election. We're discussing who will be the next Chief Minister of Karnataka and the problems the Congress is having in trying to pick the Chief Minister. I want to go across to Sanju Verma because Supriya Shrinate pulled out this image, which is creating some chatter in Delhi and Lucknow, where on the BJP's official handle, in acknowledgement of the victory in the UP municipal elections, there are the images of the Prime Minister and the BJP President. She's asking, where is the Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister in that?
You know, Rahul, I don't want to be heckled, and let me make my point on Karnataka where you stepped in, which I think is unfair because the BJP needs to put its point of view across. The Karnataka performance in Lok Sabha from the Congress's end, 2004, 8 seats, 2009, 6 seats, 2014, 9 seats. And in 2019, only a piddly 1 seat. The Congress's strike rate has hovered between 3.5 and 32% in Karnataka Lok Sabha. The BJP strike rate has been between 64% and 89% in Lok Sabha Karnataka if Supriya Shrinate does understand basic arithmetic. Now coming to Uttar Pradesh, I am amazed, you know, Rahul, that Supriya Shrinate is worried about why X is not there in the Nikai Chunav ke posters. Do you know something, Rahul? What was the performance of Congress in the 17 mayoral elections in Uttar Pradesh? We won 17 out of the 17 mayoral elections. A strike rate of 100%. Congress scored a big 0. Strike rate of 0%. In the Nagar Panchayat, we won 420 out of the 544 seats. A strike rate of 77%. And do you know how much Congress won, Madam Supriya? 7 seats. 7 out of 544, which is a strike rate of 1.28%. Thodi sharam karo, madam. One swallow does not make a summer. 1 or 2 swallows do not make a summer. You can jump around, but under Rahul Gandhi, you have lost 52 out of 57 big and small elections.
Okay.
और अभी picture बाकी है. Lok Sabha 2024 is the big war, and you don't stand a chance.
I want to go across to Mausmi Singh. She tracks the Congress for us, has a hotline with some of the top Congress leaders, has a good sense of what's happening within. Mausmi, what's your sense at this moment? How does Mallikarjun Kharge intend to handle these competing claims being made by Siddaramaiah and Shivakumar? Is there at all a resolution or a formula that seems to be in sight and within reach?
Rahul, what my sources tell me is that there was an attempt to actually work out a formula right there in Bengaluru, but neither of the leaders agreed to sit across the table, and that's what we've learned. And because matters really went out of hand, because either sides were pushing for the top post, that's why the matters really come to 10 Rajaji Marg. And Kharge could be the best man to handle that job, because hailing from Karnataka, being the son of the soil, having a certain stature in Karnataka could actually help him iron out the differences between the two leaders. But it will take time. What we learn is it's going to be...
Now, what's in Kharge's mind? What's your best sense at this moment, Mausmi, or what is in Mallikarjun Kharge's mind? What does he intend to do? And is it his decision, or will the decision be taken by Rahul and Sonia Gandhi for him?
Rahul, I can tell you that in this matter, the Gandhis have entrusted the entire decision-making on Mallikarjun Kharge. Sonia Gandhi is in Himachal. They've had telephonic conversations. But I am told that Rahul Gandhi has told Mallikarjun Kharge that the final decision will be with him. It is his home state and he should decide. But keep in mind the mandate of the people. Keep in mind who voted for the Congress, and make sure that the leader implements the 5 guarantees That's all that Rahul Gandhi wanted to say. He didn't even look at the Observer's report. So really, Kharge is the man who would have the final say, is what we are told in the morning meeting with Rahul Gandhi. That is what transpired. And I can tell you that Kharge would be keeping top on his priority list when he makes that decision, what the MLAs have said. But of course, he will be consulting other Congress leaders and other MLAs who are coming to Delhi. And that's one reason that these deliberations could take 24 to 48 hours.
R.K. Upadhyay is with us. R.K. Upadhyay, recall to our viewers the time when Siddaramaiah was made Chief Minister and how Mallikarjun Kharge at that time and some others felt that their turn had yet again been taken, because when SM Krishna was made Chief Minister, even at that time Khargeji had a chance. So he's been in the reckoning for a long time. He understands how the dice can fall against him. Using the past, give us a sense of what may happen in the present.
Well, Rahul, you know, this story goes back to 2004 when Khargeji was very much in the race. And he should have got the Chief Minister's post at that time. But, you know, it was the Deve Gowda who was calling the shots. And, you know, it took about 3 weeks for the government to be formed. Deve Gowda went to Sonia Gandhi, and then he had his own person in mind. And he opted for Dharam Singh. So it was Dharam Singh who became the Chief Minister, and that's where Mr. Kharge lost. And then again when it came to 2008, and then when SM Krishna was being projected, and it was Kharge who was the senior most in the party, and he should have got, but you know, SM Krishna got hold of this thing, and then he accepted that, and he became a minister in this cabinet. And in 2018,
why did Krishna win? Why did Kharge lose? Because Krishna was a vocaliga like DK Shivakumar. Why did Krishna win and Kharge lose?
I think Krishna had a better equations with the High Command, and that was the reason why.
In the current circumstance, who do you think has a better equation with the High Command? So two questions, R.K. Upadhyay. Does Kharge like Siddaramaiah, given that Siddaramaiah was chosen over him in the past? Would he hold that against him? And who has the better equation with the Congress High Command right now?
Well, I don't think he will hold that against him, because now he is an umpire. So he has to play the umpire's role, and I'm sure he will discharge that. You know, it's very interesting that both Siddaramaiah and Shivakumar are playing for a zero-sum game. They want chief ministership or nothing.
No, but is that bargaining and is that posturing? No, one second. So, you could demand, someone like a Shivakumar could demand the chief minister's chair, take the bargaining up and then relent once he's got a good deal? Or do you think he'll go the whole hog and say, if I'm not chief minister, I'm in all or out?
I think it's a big gamble that he's playing, and probably it's a big gamble that he's playing, and possibly that, you know, he will come down later, and probably his demand will be to get the right kind of portfolios. So he will probably demand finance. He wants home, you know, whatever that you know.
No, but most of those portfolios he can get without having to take the stakes up. No, most of the important portfolios, Sandeep Shastri, someone like a Shivakumar, given what he's done, he can pick his portfolios. What do you think he's playing for here? Because Shivakumar is a very wily, Machiavellian kind of operator, which is fine because that's the kind of person who you need to be able to take on the modern day BJP. But what game is he playing? Will he take this game all the way in or out, or will he relent after raising the stakes?
2 points on this, Rahul. First, in the last 34 years, Congress has had 6 different chief ministers and none of them was repeated a second time. So I think that's the strength that Shivakumar is holding on to, that even when chief ministers completed their 5-year term, be it a Krishna or they were not given a second term, Dharam Singh followed him, and then Siddaramaiah. So they've had 6 different chief ministers over the last 34 years. So that's
but why haven't they repeated chief ministers?
And
just
that's the point
philosophically, is it just circumstantially that they haven't repeated chief ministers, or were people in a position to get repeated and yet were chosen not to be repeated?
In the 34 years, their first round, 3 chief ministers in 5 years, and they lost the election. Second round, Krishna came in for a 5-year term. And in the next election, the Congress did not get a majority and Krishna could not become Chief Minister again. Dharam Singh had to be accommodated as the combined candidate with the Janata Dal. And then you have Siddaramaiah. And then you have a coalition government. So the Congress, because of the fact of circumstances, has not repeated a Chief Minister. So that's what Shivakumar is arguing. Point number 2, Rahul. I personally think all this is a lot of saber rattling. The whole thing that either everything or nothing is basically playing your cards well on the negotiating table. As I see it, I think Shivakumar would have a 1+1+1 demand. I, the sole Deputy Chief Minister. Number 2, the portfolios of my choice. And number 3, most important, I must retain the KPCC presidentship till next year's Lok Sabha election. I think this is what he is bargaining for. Of course, his first hope is to get the chief ministership. Does not happen. I think it will be this 1+1+1 bargaining that he hopes for. Final
because
point,
it's
Rahul,
also said, Sandeep Shastri, commonly in Karnataka, that a lot of the financing has been raised by Shivakumar for this Congress campaign, for the MLAs. If you've raised that kind of money, I assume you can't sit out of power. You'll have to find some way of being able to return that money to those that you've taken it from. So you have to be in power. You can't be sitting it out.
No. That is a fact, but I think Shivakumar is willing to bide his time. If he's not made Chief Minister, that 1+1+1 formula is a way of being able to garner resources and also promise that next year we have a Lok Sabha election and we need also to be financially ready for that. So I'm sure all these talks are going on and all these discussions are going on. But Rahul, I was making one more small point. If you look at the body language of Shivakumar in the morning when Nabila interviewed him and his body language later on in the day, there was less of energy in the second round. On the other hand, you look at Siddaramaiah when he was having lunch and in the morning, the photographs, he was much more cheerful. But when he came out of the meeting with Kharge, there was much more seriousness. He even was very brusque with reporters. So I don't know if there is a message which is coming out of both those changes in the body language across the day.
Ramakrishna Upadhyay, you want to give that body language a shot? Siddaramaiah, yesterday in the interview we did, pretty much confirming that he will be Chief Minister. Shivakumar refusing to accept that. Siddaramaiah so far was conveying the sense that this is a done deal. Sandeep Shastri says his recent body language suggests he's a bit agitated.
Now, I believe Shivakumar has told some of his very close associates that this time he wants to be the Chief Minister and nothing else. He will not accept anything short of Chief Minister's post and he is ready to sit out. This is what he has told some of his close associates. I don't know how far that he will stick to that. So his point has been, this election has been won.
Who is he closest to at this time, Ramakrishna Upadhyay? Who is Shivakumar closest to? Who could speak to him and get him to dial down?
He could speak to Sonia Gandhi. I mean, he feels that Sonia Gandhi has supported him to become the KPCC president, and he claims that when he became president, that he will bring the party to power. And she said, "Whatever you want, we'll get it done." We don't know how far that is true, but he claims proximity to Sonia Gandhi.
Okay.
And whether Sonia Gandhi can come to his rescue now, we don't know. Probably it is Mallikarjun Kharge who is now making the decision.
No, but Supriya Shrinne, the problem with going to the Gandhis is, even when they made the kind of promise that they did to Sachin Pilot, and even when they tried to enforce that promise, they couldn't, because Ashok Gehlot stared them in the face, stared them down, and the Gandhis had to back down. They couldn't keep their promise, so which is why Shivakumar is as unwilling to believe any promise. Otherwise, getting Mrs. Gandhi from Shimla on the phone with Shivakumar isn't such a tough thing. It's just that Shivakumar can't possibly know whether whatever is said to him, whether that promise will be kept or not. That's where his problem is coming from. Supriya.
That is
no, so you can't have it either ways. I mean, first a section of the media completely says.
Go on.
Is this for me?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
Sorry.
It is, Supriya.
Okay. No, I thought somebody was talking. No, so, you can't have it both ways. I mean, first a section of the media says Gandhis are taking all the shots and Mr. Kharge is not independent. Now, when Mr. Kharge is going to take the shot, why should he not be speaking to Mrs. Gandhi on the phone? I think it's a matter which is being played up too much and will be decided in the next few days. And I think we will have a Chief Minister of Karnataka who's going to deliver on the promises. I actually I'm quite surprised that the BJP is abusive of Karnataka. They're calling it a swallow in the summer. They are no longer even respecting the mandate, and the kind of meltdown that large sections of spokespersons and, of course, fake news factory managers are having, I'm actually quite appalled. I mean, it's a verdict. Take it in your stride, move on, fight another election. That's what all of us do.
She's basically telling you, Sanju Verma.
6.5 crore.
She's basically telling you, Sanju Verma, take a chill pill, let us do our thing, we will find a chief minister. This is our headache, not yours. You worry about Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan.
Okay. Rahul, I have this to say. When I said 1 or 2 swallows do not make it a summer, it was with reference to the Congress jumping up and down. Your 1 or 2 victories do not take away from the fact that the Congress has very poor credibility, and you are hallucinating if you think otherwise. Point number 1. Point number 2, I'm not standing here for somebody else who had a meltdown or did not have a meltdown. But I just have this to say through your channel, Rahul, because it's widely watched. I was appalled to see the tweet by Jairam Ramesh, who's apparently the media and communication in charge of the Congress party. He says that the BJP is graceless in victory and disgraceful during a loss. So I want to tell you, Mr. Jairam Ramesh, that the Congress is disgraceful and graceless in a victory. You've had a victory after a very long time, but rather than celebrating your victory, you're more interested in trying to undermine Prime Minister Modi's credibility, which only goes on to show that you are scared that the Modi juggernaut will wipe you out in 2024.
Just as things,
Rahul, can I have a quick word?
In the way that the Congress's organizational structure is organized at this moment, Jairam Ramesh happens to be Supriya Shrinet's boss, and she's itching to have a go back at you before I wrap this up. So Supriya, go for it.
About the BJP, I rebutted.
Okay,
if
Supriya,
she makes
quickly.
a point, I will rebut.
Okay.
She will be spoken to in the language that she understands. She will be spoken to in the language that she understands.
Sanju, you made that point.
Supriya Shrinet is the most abusive spokesperson across parties. That is publicly documented. Supriya Shrinet's timeline is the classic textbook case of how to turn from a media anchor into an abusive two-penny troll.
Okay, Sanju, you've spoken enough. Let's not get personal. This is about Shivakumar and Siddaramaiah. It's personal enough. But since you've said what you have and lobbed the kind of verbal grenades you have, I'm going to give Supriya an opportunity to rebut. Supriya?
No, I don't need to rebut. I only need to point out that Karnataka is not just a defeat for the BJP. It's a humiliating defeat for Mr. Modi himself. He took on the election upon his own self, and look what happened. 40% strike rate. That's what he's ended at. He could not find a narrative. He had nothing to tell in Karnataka. Please tell this woman, having a meltdown is this. This is what I'm talking about. When you get into personal slandering, this is what I'm talking about. This is a meltdown. Have a BP medicine, have some cold water, rest on your laurels, be prepared to fight. I mean, Rahul, you don't even want to come
I just want to end this here. This is serving no purpose. I don't like this. The whole thing about the India Today coverage during the elections, before and after, and even building up to Telangana, Mizoram, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Rajasthan, is that we try and rise above the noise. We don't want to get into this ugly tutu meme. There are enough channels where you can go out and do this. If you want to try and make sense, this is where you come. And at this moment, the guys who need to take a chill pill are both Siddaramaiah and Shivakumar. Shivakumar is, for the moment, refusing to take a chill pill. He's saying, this is my time, apna time aayega. He thinks this is his time. Siddaramaiah thought the deal was done. It isn't. So this will drag on. Is Shivakumar just upping the stakes? This 1 + 1 + 1 formula that Sandeep Shastri spoke about, is that what Shivakumar has in mind? Or will he sit it out? He's mercurial, he's not. Sachin Pilot is bhola bhala, he's straight. So what you see is what you get. Shivakumar is not like that. He is, an old world politician. His brain works in different directions, and you can't get the better of Shivakumar. You can't make a chali out of someone like him. So this is battle on at this moment. And For Mallikarjun Kharge, it really is his biggest challenge. Remember, this is his home state. He comes from Gulbarga. He's been in the fray to be chief minister in the past. As president, can he find an amicable solution? Who knows? At this moment, the ball is up in the air. We don't know if it will be caught out or will it cross the fence. India is watching, India Today is watching, all of Karnataka is watching. I'm slipping into a quick break. When we come back, chaos in Pakistan continues. Imran Khan gets bail, but his aides continue to be hunted down. Details coming up on the other side.
After Shivaji Ganesan, Rajnikant and Kamal Haasan, Ajit is the fourth Tamil actor to have reached the superstar status without any film background. Yes, Ajit is truly a name to reckon with. A self-made actor who many do not know is also an avid auto enthusiast. His impressive screen presence is his biggest advantage. Ajit, who redefined action in Tamil cinema, began his journey in Indian cinema in 1993 when he began shooting for his Telugu debut film, Prema Pustakam. He rose as a prominent actor only in 1995. After he featured in Tamil thriller Asai. And today, he is a brand in himself. A mega success story no one saw coming. And when Asai hit the screens, Ajit was just 6 films old. This gripping drama, which had a meaty role for Prakash Raj, turned heads to Ajit's potential, an on-screen persona. Following Asai, he established himself as a romantic hero in 1996 with a Guardian directorial, Kadal Kotai. This love story, also featuring Devyani and Hira Rajgopal, cemented Ajit's status as a romantic hero. Another notable film in Ajit's kitty was the 1998 Kadal Mannan. This film marked the beginning of Ajit's collaboration with Saran, who is one of the directors who has had a major contribution towards helping Ajit become the star he is today.
Why does this happen? Let me tell you the science behind it.
For more informative videos like this, keep watching India Today News Mode.
For the first time in the history of Pakistan, the army seems to be losing control over the state because of one man, Imran Khan. The Pakistan Army's top brass has now vowed to bring to justice the rioters involved in the recent attacks on military installations and has made its stance clear that it was Imran who instigated the mob on the 9th of May.
Days after Pakistan witnessed unrest in several cities, the crackdown on Imran Khan and his party, the Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf, is expected to escalate. The Pakistan Army Chief General Asim Munir is turning up the heat on Imran after the former Prime Minister accused the general of conspiring against him. The army has made it clear there won't be any restraint in dealing with rioters. The army says the mobs are politically motivated against them. The army has accused Imran Khan of instigating people and has declared the rioters will be tried under the Pakistan Army Act. Imran got a breather from the courts on Wednesday. The Islamabad High Court has extended his interim bail till June the 8th in 2 of the cases against him. Meanwhile, an anti-terror court in Lahore has granted Imran bail till the 18th of May in the case linked to violence outside his Zaman Park residence and the murder of a PTI worker, Zail Shah. But the court did not give any relief to Imran loyalist Fawad Choudhry. The Lahore anti-terror court rejected Fawad's bail plea. He will continue to be lodged in the Rawalpindi jail. Imran Khan is defiant. He has called the 3-day violent protests after his arrest a conspiracy by the Shehbaz Sharif government.
तो मुझे अब ये एक मुनज़्ज़म साजिश नजर आई है जिसके तहत जलाई गई हैं गवर्नमेंट बिल्डिंग्स, ये कोर कमांडर का घर जलाया गया है। जो भी मुझे पता चला है कि तकरीबकारों को बीच में डाला गया बंदूकें लेके, उन्होंने लोगों को इश्तियाल दिया। हमारे पास अब वीडियो एविडेंस है इसकी। मैं ये चाहता हूं कि एक इंडिपेंडेंट इंक्वायरी हो। जिस तरह मुझे पकड़ा गया, फौज मुझे पकड़ के लेके जा रही है और जिस तरह पकड़ा गया उसका जो रद्द अमल आना था उसका फायदा उठाते हुए सारा नजला तहरीके इंसाफ के ऊपर गिराया है, जो कि और लोग थे करने वाले। और जब भी इंशाअल्लाह इंडिपेंडेंट इंक्वायरी होगी, हमारे पास वीडियोज हैं जो लोग।
This is where we wrap up the news track tonight. For your time and your trust, thank you very much. May the best man win in Karnataka. Who it'll be? Looks like Siddaramaiah, but this game isn't over yet. Rajdeep Sardesai will have more for you on the other side of a quick break. Stay with us. See you tomorrow at 8.
Technology is so rapidly progressing that now you can go to the gym without actually going to the gym. What I mean is you can tone your body, lose inches, get a great contour for your body, lose weight as well without hitting the gym. It's called the sweat-free gym, and this is what's gone viral. Many celebrities like Kim Kardashian, Khloe Kardashian, Molly Sims, even Jenna Devan have reportedly used this technique to enhance their body contour. It is safe, it is stamped by doctors, has the doctor's approval as well. What I particularly like about this is that it helps you build muscle and help you lose fat. Exactly what all of us really want most of the times anyway. And what's more interesting is that you don't have to go on a crash diet to be able to do that, to lose a few inches or give yourself better curves. You can just lie down and let the machine do its job. In fact, even off-label treatments like Ozempic have a lot of side effects, and hence you should be looking at other alternatives for weight loss. I'm not saying this is a sure shot weight loss technique, but it definitely helps you build the muscle, reduce the fat, exactly what a gym does to keep you in good shape.
We would use M-Sculpt Neo for anyone and everyone who wants to build up the muscle, the tone, the tightness, and also wants to lose inches. I would do it for their abdomen, their arms, their thighs, their calves. It helps in building up the muscle. So none of these treatments out there can help build up the muscle.
This technology works on giving you intense contractions that help you tone, contour the muscle, and gives you results after 4 sittings. This includes the core muscles as well. In fact, one session of this is equivalent to doing thousands of sit-ups or crunches.
Can you lose fat and gain muscle at the same time in a doctor's office? Well, yes, you could do that. I'm all for lifestyle. I love the fact that we eat good, we go to the gym, yes, but if there is a machine that can help you achieve these results a little sooner, then why not?
And while this is no replacement to good food, regular exercise and overall a great lifestyle, no replacement at all, but if you're already in good shape, I would say go give it a shot. Why not look sexy?
We would say add it on to achieve your goals. Nothing is going to replace your good lifestyle. Nothing can replace your beauty, sleep and healthy lifestyle. But if you have those goals which are still unsatiated and you haven't achieved them, then yes, this is something that you can go for.
This technology, as I said earlier, has many names like Sculpture, True Sculpt Flex, Bella Shape. We tried the M Sculpt Neo. In the session, high-intensity electromagnetic energy is delivered to the targeted area, causing muscles to contract and release rapidly. These contractions are similar to the ones that occur during a workout, such as while doing sit-ups or crunches, but they are much more intense and they're much more frequent. So are you wondering if you're the ideal candidate or not? What is the before and after? What is the downtime? Are there any side effects? Anything that you need to worry about? What's most important to know is that there is no soreness or discomfort. Some of you who do not exercise may end up feeling a little sore or a little bit discomfort, but it'll just disappear in a day or two. It's just like going to a workout without actually going to the gym. But before getting on to any treatments of this nature, always go to a certified medical practitioner, go to a proper doctor, go to a proper clinic, and then discuss your goals and let the doctor decide for you.
Weather forecast now. Delhi, maximum 43 and minimum 29 degrees. Mumbai, maximum 34 and minimum 28 degrees. Kolkata, maximum 42 and minimum 24 degrees. Bangalore, maximum 35 and minimum 27 degrees. Chennai, maximum 41 and minimum 29 degrees. Hyderabad, maximum 40 and minimum 26 degrees.
Why does this happen? Let me tell you the science behind it.
For more informative videos like this, keep watching India Today News.
Fashion industry has long been associated with consumerism, and fast fashion resulted in excessive waste and pollution. However, a new movement is taking shape, one that is centered around sustainability and ethical fashion. That is the pre-loved revolution.
The pre-loved industry is growing at tremendous rates worldwide. So if you imagine, ThreadUp said that by 2027, the pre-loved industry will grow to 350 billion in apparel only by 2027, which is huge.
The pre-loved revolution is all about embracing the concept of circular fashion, where there is a reduction of waste. Sustainable practices thrive by reusing and recycling fashion items. This means buying and selling pre-owned clothing and accessories instead of always opting for new ones. It even involves supply chain and fabrics that are sustainable.
So from the very inception of our brand, we decided we're only going to focus on environmentally conscious fabrics and environmentally conscious garments. And to do this, we actually put in a lot of research and time into our fabrics and the technologies that we use behind them. Just something as simple as switching from a regular cotton to an organic cotton saves 94% of the water used in production. That is a huge saving and a huge carbon footprint depletion just on a very small change.
Pre-love fashion stores have been popping up all over the world, offering shoppers a more sustainable option for their fashion needs. In India, the second-hand buying shame is slowly disappearing, and there are many who are opting to go for it.
India is more than ready for pre-love. We really thought that we would be spending a lot of our time educating clients and convincing them that this is a really good platform to sell and buy on. But we didn't even have to convince them that much. Honestly, everybody was more than willing and excited to make money off their wardrobes, sell their Gucci's, their Manish Malhotras, and make money. And people were more than happy to buy these at a much lower cost.
Fashion designers and even bloggers are now promoting the pre-loved revolution, encouraging their followers to buy and sell pre-owned items.
I, for one, am a huge fan of pre-love things because I believe in everything sustainable and conscious.
Pre-love and pre-love. We've come from the Woodstock era. We've seen the Goa revolution, and why not pre-love for everyone? If you have style, you can repurpose, you can restyle, you can reuse, you can turn it around and make into a hoodie or something, turn your denims into something, paint them, scrap them, reuse them.
The pre-loved fashion revolution is a part of a larger movement towards sustainable fashion. It is now just the beginning of a new era, and one that is focused heavily on sustainability and ethical practices. So join the movement and make a positive impact on the world, one pre-loved item at a time. In New Delhi with Riya Modi, Chaiti Narula for India Today.
Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices. Amplify your brand with 100 million smart internet viewers. To advertise, mail us at sales@aajtak.com.
Co-presented by Star Health Insurance, the health insurance specialist. Co-presented by Kentaro, जो देता है सबसे शुद्ध पानी. Co-presented by JK Tyre Ranger Series. Stay wild at heart.
Good evening, hello and welcome. You're with the news today, your primetime destination news, newsmakers, talking points. It is now turning out to be a bit of a political soap opera. Who will be Karnataka Chief Minister? Deadlock. As we ask the question, is the Congress still stuck in a high command culture? Will this power struggle end up splitting the Congress in Karnataka at some stage? Will Karnataka also one day go the Rajasthan way? We'll talk more about that. We'll get you all the latest developments on the big story. But first, as always, it's time for the 9 headlines at 9. Decision on Karnataka Chief Minister is delayed. Congress President meets DK Shivakumar and Siddaramaiah. Another round of meetings is now scheduled for tomorrow. No decision likely in a hurry. Open war between Pilot and Gaylord camps in Rajasthan. Gaylord government books Pilot camp MLA for land fraud. MLA accuses Chief Minister of conspiracy. Big development in the Kashi Mandir case. Court allows archaeological survey of entire Gyanvapi Mosque complex. Next hearing on 22nd of May. Supreme Court Collegium recommends 2 names for elevation as SC judges. Chief Justice of Andhra Pradesh High Court Prashant Kumar Mishra and Senior Advocate KV Vishwanathan. Police record statements of 6 alleged molestation victims of Wrestling Federation Chief Brij Bhushan Saran Singh, including a minor. The Wrestling Federation of India chief also submits key documents. Big job push under Rozgar Mela. Prime Minister Modi distributes 71,000 appointment letters to new recruits. Opposition asks, why does the Prime Minister need to be involved in this exercise? Mamta government files response in court defending ban on the Kerala story, says movie contains hate speech and manipulates facts. Imran Khan gets bail till 8th of June in case of statements against institutions. PTI leader Fawad Choudhry runs into court to evade arrest. Ukraine's military claims it shot down 18 missiles overnight. Ukraine says 3 people injured in exceptional escalation by Russia. But as always, we bring you the big breaking news on Kaun Banega Mukhyamantri, the drama that's playing out in the national capital. Just 3 days after the Congress scored a big victory in Karnataka, the decision on who will be CM is now deadlocked. Mallikarjun Kharge has met both Siddaramaiah and DK Shivakumar separately. Sources say that both Mr. Siddaramaiah and DK Shivakumar have insisted that they must be made Chief Minister. The Gandhis are yet to meet the chief ministerial contenders, and another round of meetings is scheduled for tomorrow. We are told that Sonia Gandhi is also likely to be contacted over FaceTime. She is based in Shimla at the moment with her daughter Priyanka Gandhi Vadra. But as of now, both DK Shivakumar and Siddaramaiah are not budging. So we have a bit of a deadlock that is there unfolding over Kaun Banega Mukhyamantri. Joining us now are our 2 correspondents who've really tracked every step of this story. Nagarjun Dwarkanath, our Bengaluru Bureau Chief, is with us. He's live from Mallikarjun Kharge's residence. And Maushmi Singh is also with us at the moment. First you, Naga, because you're right there inside Mr. Kharge's residence. Both leaders have met Mallikarjun Kharge. What are you picking up from your sources there? Has any kind of decision been made, and what role is Mr. Kharge playing? Is he the high command who will take this decision, being from Karnataka himself?
Well, Kharge knows the overall bird's eye view of what is happening, and he has seen both the leaders for the last few decades as well. What happened today, what transpired was DK Shivakumar and Siddaramaiah opinion was sought by the High Command, that is Mr. Kharge. Both of them told them why they should be made the Chief Minister, and also, most importantly, why the other person should not be made the Chief Minister. DK Shivakumar went on to give a series of reasons why Siddaramaiah was a bad choice as CM. He was the reason behind the 2019 coalition collapse. Lingayats are against him, upper caste are against him, the general majority are against him, and also about tried and tested policy. Fresh blood is needed into the system, and hence DK Shivakumar deserves the seat. And also, since the 2019-2020 collapse, he was the one who did the organization work. Someone else cannot take the cake away from him, is what DK Shivakumar has said. And second issue was when Siddaramaiah spoke about why he should be made. He said, look at the track record of my administration skills. I have given the budget which doubled in the matter of 5 years. Unbelievable growth in the state of Karnataka is what Siddaramaiah has told. And the moment Kharge asked what does he feel of DK Shivakumar being the CM, Mr. Siddaramaiah is believed to have told Kharge that there are corruption charges against DK Shivakumar, and there are already court cases, ongoing court cases. That would not send a right message to the people of Karnataka that the Chief Minister, if he's summoned time and again by the court, what message would it send? And also keep in mind, 2024, the massive mandate that we have got is for me, so I can deliver once again in 2024 is what we are told. Tomorrow, once again, likely a meeting will be called, and this time Rahul Gandhi will also be a part of the meeting, is what we are told.
Maushmi Singh, interesting point that Nagarjun made at the end about Rahul Gandhi. Now, we believe, our sources are telling us that Rahul Gandhi is backing the claims of Siddaramaiah, as is the Congress General Secretary organization. But neither of the leaders apparently have met Rahul Gandhi in one-on-one. Are we saying that Rahul Gandhi is playing a behind-the-scenes role and Mr. Kharge is only the face? The real decision-making will be taken by Rahul Gandhi, or will it be taken by Mallikarjun Kharge?
Rajdeep, I really don't think so that Rahul Gandhi would like to really interfere and meddle in this matter. And knowing that he has tremendous faith in Mallikarjun Kharge, they have an excellent rapport going. And knowing the fact that Kharge hails from Karnataka, he's got a long political career there. And so I really think that Rahul Gandhi would clearly stay away from, in fact, advising Mallikarjun Kharge or making a case for one leader than the other. So I'm told that Rahul Gandhi in fact told Kharge that he should take the final call, and he knows the politics of the state. So we are also told that, you know, the umpires are changing. Earlier when the results had poured in, perhaps the compromise formula could have been worked out in Bengaluru. It didn't work out there. Now both the leaders are suspicious that whoever the umpire is siding with the other one. So this is interesting power play. Now the matter is in the court of Mallikarjun Kharge, and I don't believe, you know, once a lawyer really takes that cloak, wears the cloak of the judge, he would be
no, but are you saying,
Maushmi Singh, that the Gandhis, cases that he dealt with
but
earlier?
Maushmi Singh, are you saying that the Gandhis have nothing to do with this decision? Do you really expect people to believe that the family which has controlled this party has nothing to do with the choice of a chief minister? Surely they will make their preferences known?
Rajdeep, the fact of the matter is that we've got a non-Gandhi president after a long time, and Rahul Gandhi was adamant that he shouldn't become president. So, and Rahul Gandhi has become a former MP, and then also he left that house within 24 hours. So, Rahul Gandhi has been practicing a very different kind of politics, and I think having burnt their fingers in Rajasthan, having burnt their fingers in Chhattisgarh, having taken the blame for all the past election decisions, this time round the Gandhis, I think, intentionally have chosen to stay away from who will be chief minister, directly getting involved. Yes, if Mr. Kharge's stand is that he will consult the former presidents, that could be Kharge's call. But as far as meddling in the affairs, then why would Sonia Gandhi be in Himachal Pradesh when such an important matter has to be decided in Delhi?
Right. Okay, so you're saying Mallikarjun Kharge at the moment is the umpire who has to decide between Siddaramaiah and DK Shivakumar. We'll wait and see how this plays out. Clearly, that decision isn't going to be taken tonight. Might take a day or two more is what we are told. Thanks very much, Maushmi and Nagarjun, for joining us. Let me go at this moment to a very important guest, because R.V. Deshpande is a 9-time Congress MLA. He's a former minister as well as been formerly KPCC president. Appreciate your joining us, Mr. Deshpande. You are considered by many as the grand old man now of Karnataka politics. How is this playing out for you? You're an MLA. You all have made your choice apparently in a secret ballot. Can you tell us, is it true in the first instance that a majority of the MLAs want Mr. Siddaramaiah?
I think it's her.
Yes, Mr. Deshpande.
Got cut, I think.
Can you hear me?
Please understand that, see, the ballot being, the MLAs were consulted and a slip was given and they were told to write the name of their choice and put in the ballot box. So I will not be able to tell you who got a majority or who is in minority. But both are contenders. But I am sure that there is no difficulty in resolving this issue. Both understand that the Karnataka people, the electorate of Karnataka has given a big mandate to Congress, and if we are not able to keep it up, then it will be very difficult for us for the future Lok Sabha elections. So keeping this in mind, both being responsible leaders, I am sure they will understand the ground realities and ultimately unite on the advice of the High Command, and more so Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge, who is our AICC president.
No, but Mr. Deshpande, if it was so easy, if you are saying that, you know, all is well, then the fact is what, 72 hours now since that big mandate, both of them are meeting Mr. Kharge separately, both of them clearly have very conflicting ambitions for this one post. So it's not so easy, given that both claim that they should be given a chance. We've seen this happen in Karnataka in the past. Clearly, do you really believe it's as simple as the two sides agreeing to a compromise at the moment?
I don't say it is very simple, but at the same time, please understand, as far as the Congress party is concerned, they will be bound by the decision taken by the party, because both are disciplined soldiers. One is the PCC president and another was the chief minister and also the CLP leader. So they know what is their responsibility, and if they are not able to come together and join hands with high command decision, then it will be very difficult for them also for their future.
No, but you know, the fact is, the impression going on out is that this is typical Congress where everyone wants a share of the power. Now that you all have got power after 4 years, all the leaders are jostling for